Tesla finally pushed their holiday update this year, something that I've been looking for personally because I enjoy having fun with my car, and these little things that Tesla releases here and there always makes the car a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. And it's really interesting that other car manufacturers can't adopt this model because a car after a year gets dated and then they release a new car, and it's just like that's why those cars take such a big depreciation hit. But with Tesla, you just get a software update just like you would with an iPhone, and it's pretty much the same as a car that's a few years older, which is super interesting. But let's get into some of the quirks and the features and everything that came with this update, and let me know in the comments below what you think of this update. Are you a fan or are you not? Tesla finally pushed out 2022.44.25 to all Tesla owners, from what I understand. I don't know about Legacy. If you're Legacy, I'm sorry, you guys are not necessarily included in everything. But let's start off with the first thing that everybody has been so interested in, that's Apple Music. Apple Music is finally here, guys. You know, we've had Spotify, we've had Tidal for a minute, you know, Hi-Fi with Tidal was really interesting, but now Apple Music. But I don't know necessarily if Apple Music is going to accommodate that high definition sound like Tidal does. I know you need premium connectivity for Apple Music to work. Now, you know, Apple Music obviously works on your phone, you hook it up to Bluetooth. It's not like it didn't work before, but I'm actually sort of surprised that Apple and Tesla sort of came to some sort of agreement. As we know, Apple's working on the Apple Car, and there's been a little bit of a feud recently between Tim Cook and Elon. So I'm really happy they were able to make this work out. The next thing that everyone's really talking about is Steam, you know, the gaming software, which is now available on the Model S and the X. I'm assuming that has to do with the graphics card and the superior capabilities of the computers on those vehicles. So if you guys enjoy using Steam, you guys better get a Model S or an X and pay that $50,000 or $60,000 premium. I'm honestly just joking, but it's super cool that Tesla is going towards the direction of making these cars really a piece of technology that can be updated at any point in time, and changes can be made, drastic changes, which is something I would call this, versus legacy automotive vehicles, which can't accommodate these types of updates without needing a lot of changes done to the hardware. So it's cool that these cars are future-proofed in that sense. The next big thing would be dog mode. As we know, Tesla introduced dog mode a few years ago, and what that insinuated was that you could put your dog in your vehicle and you could have the climate set to a certain temperature, and the screen within the vehicle would indicate that the car was in dog mode. So when people would walk past your vehicle, they could see that your dog was doing okay. And now you can even check on your dog within the interior of the vehicle by accessing the camera that 95% of people cover because they don't want autopilot to get triggered by the fact that you're using your phone while you're on the freeway. I'm joking, you guys shouldn't be doing that, but it's really cool that you can now see how your dog is doing while you are distant from the vehicle. The next big thing would be the light show. Now, as we know, Tesla's light show is their signature. You know, you could flash the lights a little bit, windows go up and down, and a lot of other cool things during the holiday season. You know, you show it off to your family, you show it off to your friends. You know, it's not even a car at that point, it's like a toy. But now you can synchronize it with other Teslas. I know a lot of people have tried this in the past where like you shut the door at the same time, but it's never in sync. But now you can literally schedule it so that all the cars are ready to go at the same time. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cool videos released hopefully soon, hopefully tomorrow when I upload this video. The next thing would be that there's a lot of new games. There's a new game which is called Mahojin or something like that. I probably butchered that, but I know it starts with an M. And I know there were other games that were released too, but apparently that was a very popular one. In addition to that, climate control has been adjusted a little bit. Typically, when you put your climate control on auto, it'll try to maintain a certain temperature, but you can never control the fan speed. Now you can control the fan speed, which it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's pretty cool. Another thing would be MyQ, that garage opener software / hardware, which you don't necessarily need to use HomeLink anymore. I guess Tesla's wanting to accommodate these different companies so that you can open up your garage and do it straight through your Tesla versus using your phone. So they're really trying to streamline that. I'd say another big thing that I sort of just remember now would be the Model Y Performance. That car has not had track mode, and it's a performance car. The Model 3 Performance obviously has track mode and has had track mode for the longest time. So it's interesting that the Model Y Performance just now got track mode during the holiday update, but it's also strange because I can't imagine people buying a Model Y Performance and wanting to take that car to a track. It's sort of like when you look at a BMW X6M or like a G63 Mercedes. Like, you're not going to take that car to a track. Sure, it's like a beefed up, fast, sporty car, but you're not going to do that. If you really wanted to take a car to a track, you get a Model 3 because it's way more focused for the track versus the Model Y that just happens to accommodate track use. But you definitely get drift mode and other cool features to, flex on other people, as it is a sports car, super quick, super good handling, and it's a good car. So it's kind of cool that Tesla finally decided to do that. And I'm honestly sort of surprised that they also included Zoom. So Zoom would be that video conference software where, you're sitting in those meetings, not really paying attention. Now you can do that from your vehicle. So I have no idea how that's supposed to work. I know it works on the S and the X. Not 100% sure if it works on the 3 and the Y. Again, it's the superior computer capabilities in the S and the X over the 3 and the Y, but it's sort of strange. Like, it's cool that it's there, but it's sometimes you gotta think like, why? I could just use my phone if I'm just calling in. I guess you could technically call in through your car, a little more convenient, but if you need the camera to work, I wonder if it's gonna use the camera from the cabin of the vehicle. I kind of doubt it. And I also wonder if there's going to be some sort of indication within the Zoom call that you're in your Tesla and not on your smartphone. That is something to definitely look out for. But to summarize everything that was discussed in this video, I think the major changes with this software update would be the fact that the Model Y Performance now has a track mode, completely transforms the car in my opinion. Another thing would be Apple Music. Everyone's been waiting on Apple Music as there's been Spotify and Tidal for the longest time. So it's about time that Tesla reached some sort of deal with Apple in that regard. And the last thing in my opinion would be Zoom. I'm very, very surprised that Zoom is finally now accommodated within these Teslas. How that's going to work, I don't know. But I really wonder what Tesla's going to do about the vehicles that can't accommodate all these updates. Are they going to update software? Are they going to update hardware? Are they going to, retrofit or offer some sort of retrofit so people with older vehicles can get things like Stream? And by older, I mean like maybe a legacy Model S, which I'm not talking about pre-facelift. I'm talking about maybe the facelifted one, like Legacy Plaid, for example. I wonder what they're going to do in that case. So let me know what you guys think about this holiday update in the description below, and let me know what excites you the most. For me personally, I kind of like the fact that there's Apple Music now, as I have a standard range plus Model 3. I mean, I do have a Model S2, but I daily the Model 3. And so anything that sort of works with the Model 3 is what I'd be interested in, obviously. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.